Elementary kids will tell you how they feel without putting any filters on it. So when they hear, it's time for math, and you hear that, oh, I hate math, or I'm not good at math, and you think, wow, did we cause that? Why would they think that? As we progress through a coaching session, kids are, in the hallway saying, are you coming in for math today? Are you coming in for math today? And when we'd be in the classroom, if they had a little bit of downtime, they would, come up to me and say, will you give me a problem? Will you give me a math problem, a really hard one? And I said, well, only if you make a really hard one for me too. And so it's been neat to see the enthusiasm.
I was working individually with one student, second grader, and this particular student, discipline problem typically in the classroom, always just kind of out of place and doing his own thing. So I kind of sat down and worked with him and actually showed him that I was interested in what he was doing. And we sat down, we talked about some strategies, and just me simply giving him a hundredths chart gave him confidence to do the work. And once he started to get them right, he was raising his hand, he was at the board, and the teacher was just so amazed that he was that involved. Like, he didn't even want to go to his elective class because he was so involved. The coaching program has definitely increased the achievement levels. In one particular school, our kindergarten scores have just, 90% students have met or exceeded their goals on standardized testing. So we've had some great gains within the program, focusing on Common Core standards.
I want to give you a specific example, though, of what happened. I was asked to be a speaker at a symposium at Ohio University last winter. And I learned from my former principal that, if you're going out and talking about the work you're doing, really the best evidence is bringing and letting the children speak themselves. So I brought the children to this symposium at Ohio University, and we did a number talk. And first of all, when I asked the students, many of whom are in this class today, they were like, well, how many people are going to be there? And I said, I don't know, like 30 or 40. Then they're like, is that all? So yes, they're very willing to display their confidence. But what was amazing was they're in front of this auditorium full of people, and they are talking about decomposing numbers and using place value to solve the mathematical number talk in front of them. And literally, the people in the audience were like this. They could not believe what these children were capable of doing. And the parents in particular were very impressed. So I think the children, it's not a matter of like showing off. It's just they get to show what they know, and they're happy to do that.
I would just love to see this in every classroom in Ohio, and for the country for that matter, because it has brought such a depth to our learning, even just in this first year. Just the things that I have learned, just the things that we've learned together, that it's a game changer.
I would just say that my coaching experience has definitely opened my eyes to a lot of things that I didn't realize as a classroom teacher, and just knowing how important it is to let students have a discussion and let students be more involved and more invested in their learning, and just letting them think and analyze and giving them the autonomy in the classroom to say, I can do this.
To say it's life-changing is an understatement. We have, give me a second. I don't know I was going to get this emotional. I was talking to our superintendent recently, and trying to make the case to maintain a math coach in another one of our elementary buildings. Funding, timing is what it is. And I drew him a little picture of how this one position has impacted not only my school, but the entire district. And it's a funny picture. I wish I had it with me. There's all these lines going crisscrossing all over the place. And I said, I want you to notice too that it doesn't emanate from me. it might start, some of these might have started with me, but look at all these interconnections that these teachers have with themselves now, how they talk to each other, how we talk across the district. What we've started here at West Elementary, we're getting ready to now. In fact, Mark and I are going to a meeting this afternoon. We're going to help the rest of the district adopt this philosophy of teaching math education. I mean, three of the four elementaries have had math coaches, but this is the school that's had the one the longest. And we are on fire for learning math through problem solving. And basically, it is my mission, and those that work with me, this is our mission to change this district. Because as I told the superintendent the other day, and I'll end on this, my goal is to make Athens City Schools the place the people come to say, this is how you teach math. This is how children learn mathematics.